Technique number 1, and I do think that this is important. These cloths that I have just cut a matter of seconds ago, I would not be folding these up and putting them away to finish them off at another point. Once it's been cut, I do think it's a matter of time. It is going to start to unravel at some point. Probably not a lot if you've folded it up and put it away neatly, but it's my personal preference to always finish this off if I've cut it. So how I would be finishing this one off is I would be taking it to my serger and I would be serging those raw edges straight away, just like this one has been, and then it will be fine. And if you don't have the serger, you can run a zigzag stitch all along. Technique number 2 is if you're doing straight lines and you want to just separate a piece of fabric into 2 pieces or however many pieces, like I've got this sample here, then I don't even need to cut it to start with. If I've got an overlocker or a serger, I can just take it straight to the overlocker. I can choose where I want it to be separated. Perhaps I'm following a line or something that I've already woven in there, and I can simply do that piece, and then that gives me the raw edge here to finish up as well. That way you're letting the overlocker do the cutting for you. The next technique is to secure the fabric if you are concerned that it's going to spring apart, is to zigzag on your sewing machine down either side of the cutting line. So I'm going to say that this purple stripe here is my cutting line. So I'm going to go to one side of that first. In fact, I'll line up the zigzag there. That's one side done. And you can make these zigzags as close as you want. I mean, the stitch itself is as close or as far apart as you want. Okay. Now I'm going to go to the other side of my cutting line, which is here, and do the same zigzag down. Okay, after that we should be ready to cut. And my final method, I've saved the best one till last. This is my absolute fail-safe, if you're worried. It is this fusible interfacing, and you can get this at sewing shops, craft shops, those sort of places. And you only need the light one for doing this. They come in all different weights, from this is a light one to really stiff for bag making and that kind of thing. But the light one is better because then you won't have stiff edges once you've ironed it on. So the fusible interfacing is soft and light, but it has one side that is shiny and it sort of sparkles. So you want to choose where your cutting line is going to be. So say for me, I want to cut this right down the middle, and I'm really worried that these threads are going to come apart. So I have cut a strip, not very wide because it doesn't need to be, and I'm just going to place it there. Now I've put the sparkly side down. That's really important because otherwise you are going to iron it to your iron and you won't be very happy. And also it's a good idea to put a pressing cloth over the top. Any old thing will do. And we're going to iron that on. See if that's right, if it's bonded. Yep, that's bonded to that. I've actually cut mine a bit long, so I've bonded a tiny bit to my ironing board as well. That's okay, it comes off pretty easily. And then I just let that cool for a minute so that it's properly bonded. So that's cooled down now, and I just cut where I intended to on my line. And as you can see, this makes a perfect edge. This is fused to your fabric, and so the threads are not going anywhere. So this is particularly good for wool or other protein fibers, like alpaca or anything like that, that you're just worried that it's going to spring apart. This is a really fantastic method. So now what I want you to do is to go and cut some of your beautiful hand woven fabric and leave me a comment and tell me how easy it was and how non-scary it was. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.